So today we're going to be looking at calculating the area and the circumference of a circle. Right, so we have a circle and we have a radius that goes from the center to the outside rim of this. So this is the center. That is the center of our circle. So that's here, we got the center. So just to get a definition, a radius is from the center to anywhere outside. So this is also the radius. That is also the radius. This would also be the radius. From the center to any point of the outside. So now we say that the radius is going to be, call it 3 centimeters. So here we got two formulas that we need to learn. Area is going to be equal to pi r squared. I'll explain what pi is in a second. And circumference is going to be equal to 2 pi r, which can also be written as pi d. And I'll explain all this in a second. So first of all, explaining things. What is pi? Pi is a mathematical constant. It's something like 3.141592654, and it has millions of numbers after this, and people are actually finding new numbers every time. Your calculator, you can just write pi and it will just do everything for you. Usually is shift and then times 10 to the power of x at the bottom. Or you can just write 3.14. This is what is usually rounded to, 3.14. Right, so the radius is 3 centimeters. So if we're doing the area of this circle, which, by the way, the area of the circle would be this, or that would be the area. It would be how much space can you fit inside this circle. So this would be pi times the radius, which is 3, squared. Now, we could also write 3.14 times 3 squared. Writing pi just makes it more exact. But we can just write 3.14 times 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. And, putting these numbers into our calculator, 9 times 3.14, we get 28.26. But if we write 9 times pi, we would get 28.2743. It all depends on which one. And if you're doing an advanced level, you'll always want to stick to pi. If you're not doing an advanced level, 3.14 might be acceptable as long as you write 3.14 here. So, we wrote 3.14. So this would be 28.26. And the unit is centimeters squared. Now, area is always going to be squared. If the radius was measured in meters, it would be meter squared. Radius would be measured in millimeters, it would be millimeter squared. So this is the area. Now, going to the circumference. Again, we know what pi are, and we know what pi is, and we know what r is. So r is just the radius, and pi, we explained that as a constant. D, however, is the diameter. And the diameter in a circle, it's twice the radius. You can see 2r is the same thing as d. So the diameter is just twice the radius. So in here, we're going to draw a little circle. And we're going to say that this circle has radius 2 centimeters. So the radius of this circle is 2 centimeters. This means that the diameter of the circle, which is measured in centimeters, will be double 2, which is 4. So that's going to be 4 centimeters. That's going to be the diameter. So in here we can write. So circumference is going to be 2 pi times, so 2 times pi times the radius, which is 3, which is going to be 2 times 3 is 6 10 to 5. Or we can write 6 times 3.14. 6 times 3.14 gives us 18.84. And again, since the circumference is a measure of length, circumference is how long is it from here to returning to there. So that's, sorry, that's a bit slang. But it's from the starting point, we do a full circle. What would be this length there? And that would be the circumference. So we can just, we know that we're going to get the same answer. Pi is 3.14. The diameter would be twice the radius, which is 6. So we can see that we would also get 18.84 centimeters. Again, use pi if you want to be more exact, but just write whatever you're using. Right, thanks for watching.